What in the world, beloved? What in the world? Much love to you, beloved. What in the world, Bo? For everybody out there that don't know me, my name is Big Low Country Conspiracy. I guess we're doing a mashup today. For everybody that don't know me, this Big Low Country Conspiracy. I ain't nothing but old country boy, groovy cat, former football coach that love to sit around and talk about sports. Much love to everybody that came on to chill out with us tonight. Much love. The reason why I had to come on as beloved tonight is because one specific reason. I had to do something special for my boy Brian Peoples to start the show off right before the show got even started. So we got to do it right. Da da da. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you, bro. So first of all, let's go ahead and show love to everybody who's showing love to us. Definitely John Brooks came on and said he already smashed the like button. Trying to figure out what's going on with Jimmy G. What in the world, Bo? Boomer the Falcons says 10 days to his birthday. Okay, then. Okay, another year older. Granddad says Big Low payos on right now doing move. Definitely, man, definitely. Um, False Start Falcon says there's a storm out on the ocean. The Stanks losing on opening day. In my church singing voice. There's a storm out on the ocean. Oh man, Billy Mills, what in the world, Bo? What's going on with your fam? Gadex boy, much love to you. Boomer the Falcon. Says how's the Falcon community doing this evening? Definitely, man, definitely. Much love to everybody. Much love to everybody. Man. Nah, I ain't gonna keep it on. I ain't been keeping it on the whole time. Definitely, man. So let's go ahead and get this thing started, man. I see Coach Keith in here, chilling out with us from Pittsburgh. Much love to you, Coach Keith. Hope y'all doing good. Can't wait to whip up on them Steelers later on. So here we are, guys. This is the first coaches meeting of the year. We got a few things to talk about. I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely excited. We're talking about training camp started, the rookies coming in. So as a coaching staff, we have to sit down and evaluate everything, and we're going to have a good time. I'm pretty sure you're starting to see the recurring theme because on coaches meetings, we normally don't talk about football as much as we should. Most of the time, in small town coaches meetings, people sit around gossip and tell jokes about each other. Here, we just gonna do it big. But so we got to talk about the rookies coming to training camp. We're also talking about Eddie Goldman, leaving us high and dry. We're gonna talk about Jimmy Garoppolo. I never thought we would be here. And we're gonna be talking about training camp, actually going to training camp next week. So I'm definitely excited about it. Definitely excited about it. Make sure that you hit that like button. Joe Mercer's in here. Joe Mercer said, so Big Low Country and Coach Conspiracy are both the same person? My mind has been blown. Much love to you, bro. Ghost Pepper says Coach Lowe was looking like Samuel Jackson on Pulp Fiction with that wig. Oh man. So first of all, wait a minute. I seen Molly Mall. I seen he was on there hating earlier. I seen the Saints. They in here, ganging up on me already. Talk about Big Low. What you doing with that Shaka Khan wig on? So first of all, let's go ahead and acknowledge the retired elephant in the room. Eddie Goldman. He left us high and dry, bro. Me and Coach Ronald, we were going to go see Thor, Love and Thunder. That's the name of it. Okay, Thor, Love and Thunder. We was headed up there, getting ready to have a good time, trying to get our AMC discounts, on a free icy. Free icy. We going. Was that on Wednesday, Tuesday night? On Tuesday night. Free icy Tuesday night. So we were going up there. All of a sudden, they talk about Eddie Goldman informed the Falcons that he's retiring. I'm sitting here like, what in the world, man? So of course, I had to apply a song in that particular situation. Y'all know I apply songs to all situations, and the song goes like this. You want to hear it? Here it go. There was a question of your heart. You didn't have it. Eddie Goldman, we were making plans for you. Eddie Goldman, we were making plans. Oh no. Oh man. So basically Eddie Goldman left us high and dry. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, go ahead, baby. Rosine said, who that Big Low? What in the world, Bo? Serious question. Did Eddie Goldman change his mind because he looked at the Falcons roster and says, nah. It said, I'd rather retire. Look, wait. Hold on now. Hold on now. Man, you know what, Coach Ronnie? In situations like this right here, how about you getting us some mead? It's not a wine night. How about a little bit of mead tonight? Let's get a little bit of mead. Yeah, let's get a little bit of mead. So basically, wait a minute. My mom said Big Low saying like R. Kelly's uncle, R. Jelly. Wait, hold on. So check this out, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this situation. I feel like this is kind of what I've been talking about. Eddie Goldman coming from the Chicago Bears. Oh, okay, yeah. This is the silver hand. This is the tangerine. So we went to the meadery, guys. So they make wine pretty much out of honey. So it's a fermented honey and liquid. So this is what we're gonna be drinking tonight. But yeah, in this particular case, I feel like this is what I've been preaching ever since Ryan Pace came to the Atlanta Falcons. Whenever you have a sense of nepotism in the front office and you sign guys that you know, right? That's whenever you have your problems. Think about this. I read Coach Roney sent me this article that this Chicago Bears newscaster said, and he said that, hey, Eddie Goldman didn't just retire on Tuesday. Eddie Goldman retired in 2018. He hasn't been the same guy for the last 3-4 years. We know that he sit out 1 year for COVID. We know that. But apparently he's a guy who's always had an issue with having the fire lit. He couldn't never keep the fire lit, guys. Now, I didn't know this. Now, I'm going to tell you, I was just like y'all. I was getting naked, doing cartwheels just like y'all was. I was thinking about it as far as scheme fit. It wasn't a situation where it was like, okay, as a man, is he going to be the type of person to come in as a man to do what we need him to do? I wasn't thinking about that. Right? I wasn't thinking about that. Jamal D said, you sound like Usher, Coach. I appreciate that. Because I've been working on my Usher challenge all week. But so on Twitter, there's been this conversation that's been going around, and people are saying, hey, should you be upset at Eddie Goldman because he retired before training camp started? Or should we have some level of understanding because, hey, this young man, he may have been going through some things and we shouldn't be upset because he did that, right? What's going on, Coach Wallace? So y'all know I love questions like this. I love the kind of questions like, okay, so is it one of those cases where we should take this into consideration and react this way? So I want to ask y'all, what do y'all think? Do you think, we have do you think we have a leg to stand on when it comes to being upset with Eddie Goldman? If you feel like that's the case, put a 1 in the chat. Now, if you feel like, hey, we don't know what he was going through, he may have been having some mental health issues or different things going on in his life, we need to show a level of understanding. If you feel like that's the case, put a 2 in the chat. I legitimately want to know what y'all think, because it's one of those things, guys. We legitimately don't know. Marley Mall says Eddie Goldman walked in the door and instantly knew he messed up. So he instantly knew he messed up. Bubba Gump says, I've seen tweets like that too, the Eddie Goldman that had been done for years, that he was just cashing checks. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that. Some people say, hey, it's one of those cases where Eddie Goldman, he had been retired. He was just fortunate enough to keep cashing checks, right? So I mean, some people look at it like that. What's going on, Coach Joseph Thornton? I know that you got that oil for me. I know, I'm running low. So I know that you got me. Jamal D says, I'm upset. If he decided that quickly after signing the contract, he shouldn't have had signed the contract. And I definitely understand that too now. I mean, and this is what I'm saying. It's like, first of all, if Ryan Pace knew this guy, and he obviously has a reputation where he came from, why did you bring him here? Right? Why did you feel like, okay, this is the guy that's going to solve our nose tackle issues? This is the guy that's going to play one technique and play zero technique, eat up the A gap and the B gap. If you knew he had a commitment issue, why did we go ahead and sign him? Once again, that scares me because it. What'd you say, babe? Give about a quarter cup of it. Ooh, that thing pretty. That good. Hold. All right. All right, y'all. So you see, it ain't clear. I'm sorry, I ain't got no wine glasses. I ain't fancy like that. I ain't fancy like Mama Country. But look, y'all know the slogan. What's in my cup is in my cup. It might be water, it might be moonshine. But if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. Cause run, there's like stuff floating around in this thing. There's like stuff floating around in here, like little honey particles or something. That's cool. That's good. Oh, we got a strong aftertaste. But yeah, so I want to know what everybody thinks as far as, because I've seen a lot of people get upset with them, and a lot of people are saying, hey, I mean, look, it's one of those cases where it might not be, it might not be worth getting that upset about. Rose City says, Big Low, you and Coach Ronnie always doing fun stuff. Might need to let y'all adopt me. But I ain't putting on no Falcons gear, though. Oh, wait a minute. See, that's that's the prerequisite. See, you got the good-looking hungry. He says, Matt Ryan, too. Redrick Young, much love to you, Coach. Appreciate you for coming on. He says, too, ain't no need in getting upset. Coach Keith, Pittsburgh Steelers fan, showing some compassion, says no need to get mad. Coach Waddle says, no, we should not be mad at Goldman. He says, too. He also commented that in the video, the initial video that we put out. He says, too, ain't no need to be mad. Jamal D, he said, look, man, he says, I'm upset, and I ain't scared to express my feelings. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Coach. This is a safe place. Molly Mall, he said he put 4 twos up there. So I guess he said, hey, he's super understanding. He says he's Superman understanding. GL8 says Ritter 3 greater. What? Okay. Ritter. Okay, I got you. Rose City. He says 2. He said we should show some understanding. He said we need to sing that escape song.
No.
Huh?
No.
No. What?
No.
You already know. Coach Dre said, look, we need to show some understanding, man. Millie Mill says, I think when he's gone, let's go Vincent, Anthony Rush, and Timmy. You know who that is, Coach Ron?
No.
His name is Timmy. Timmy Horn.
Who's Timmy Horn?
He's an undrafted rookie. We got
I wouldn't know that.
I mean,
okay, I was thinking trumpet.
Okay.
Timmy Trumpets.
What's the trumpet though?
It is a horn.
Okay. Hello. But yeah, and Timmy Horns. And exactly. It's one of those things where, look, top end defensive tackles are literally once every 10 years. Top defensive tackles that you would draft in the top 2 rounds that actually pan out legitimately come once every 10 years. Think about it. Think about it. You had Ndamukong Suh. I remember when he came out, he got drafted. A boy named Sue. Everybody was talking about it. And a lot of people doubted it. A lot of people said, hey, is this kid worth taking first overall? Is he that good? He's a defensive tackle. And the reason why that's an argument, guys, is because, I mean, let's be honest, the defensive tackle, to a certain extent, if you're a big man like myself, you halfway there. You halfway there. What you got to do is you got to, if you're good at taking on 2 people at one time, you're good to go. You're good to go. ATL J Fable says, Coach, it makes me worry. Didn't Coach know his old player didn't want to play anymore? Exactly. And that and I definitely agree with you, Coach. That made me worry too, because what have they been preaching for the last 2 years? They say they want smart, intelligent guys who love the game of football. That's their mantra. We want smart, intelligent guys who love the game of football. You got a guy who you knew, and people saying that he didn't love the game of football since 2018. I mean, so if anybody should be able to tell us, it should be a Bears reporter. If anybody's experienced in that realm, it would be a Bears reporter, right? So that worries me. That worries me. So you know what that makes me look at? That makes me look at the Demir Birds, the Furskers, the all of the Tennessee Titans players that we've been getting, all of the Chicago Bears players that we've been getting. It makes me say, so did these guys actually fit? Or was Ryan Pace and Terry Fontenot familiar with their system? Well, I'm sorry, not their system. Was Ryan Pace and Terry Fontenot familiar with their agents and knew them well and say, hey, I got a spot for a veteran minimum? Because let's be honest, this year, the Atlanta Falcons, the players that they're getting are from Aaron's. And everybody knows a lot of y'all done used Aaron's before. A lot of y'all done used Rent-A-Center. Whether basically what I'm saying is that you don't have that much money now. Think about it like this right here. It's one of those cases like, you know how like when people like move from one place to another and they need furniture for a month or or 2. It's like you need something furniture, you need something to sit on until you could, really have your furniture in your new house. That's what the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, a lot of these players are Rent-A-Center players. Think about it. A lot of these players are Rent-A-Center players. You're gonna have these players for a year, and I'm finna tell you something. Don't be surprised if this Atlanta Falcons team looks completely different next year. All of these guys are playing, and they came with the inclination that they were going to get big contracts. That's what they came under. They said, hey, hopefully we catch lightning in a bottle. But if you come in and ball out, we're going to have a whole bunch of money next year. The same thought process that a lot of people who use Rent-A-Center think. They say, okay, well, look, I ain't finna pay this for 123 months. Whenever I get my money, I just buy it. Because my credit ain't that good, things like that. So I just buy it from them. And what they do, that credit still ain't that good. Ain't got it, but exactly. So moving forward, it's like, then they get it, and then like, oh man, this sofa is scratched up. Like, oh, I thought this was a new sofa. No, it ain't a new sofa because somebody's been renting it and they never bought it because they didn't want it. So I'm sorry that I kind of went off the deep end and everything. But basically what I'm saying is that things like that worry me significantly. They really worry me. Wait a minute, guys. I think we got another Superman chat for tonight. Granddaughter, he also says too, we need to show some understanding. He said we need to show some understanding in this particular case. Also, wait a minute. Google SRT says, like what y'all mean? He a grown man, and when you make a commitment, That's that.
There you go.
But when you retire, as soon as that means you had this in your mind already, you shouldn't have signed. But see, the thing is that he didn't get paid. But the thing is, he didn't get paid. So, that's definitely a good thing. But the question is, because think about this, the fact that he came and stayed here for a while, like I was singing in that song, we've been making plans. Oh no. Like we were making plans. So now it's like we kind of had to scratch what we thought we had, and we got to go back to the drawing board. People who we thought were going to be on the team, we may have made some moves that were, residual, down the line. We had to cut this guy to bring this guy on. Like somebody lost an opportunity because of that. I mean, so let's be honest. I mean, it was kind of selfish. It was kind of selfish. Oh, wait a minute. Molly Ma with the Superman chat, he says the Falcons are the new Elizabeth Taylor. Everybody divorced. What in the world, Molly Ma? Man, the thing about this, man, I'm coming up in the world. See, I used to drink wine back in the day, but this old Mead stuff right here, it got a good flavor to it. Now, how much alcohol this got?
I think it's like 20. I'm not sure.
20%.
I'm not sure. It's kind of high.
Oh, okay. How much does wine have?
I think it usually has about 13.
Oh, okay. So it got a bigger kick.
Yeah.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
A little bit more alcohol by volume.
Yeah, I had to drink a bottle of that. But but yeah. Oh yeah, Molly Ma. Even though you hating and got that hate in your heart. Boy, I tell you, that's a Superman chat. But yeah, man, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that that's definitely that definitely crossed my mind in regards to the Eddie Goldman situation. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if y'all seen the video that I put out. Whenever my reaction about what happened, I'm not mad at the young man. It's like, look, sometimes you go through life, you have to change your mind, and then you keep on moving. So, I mean, I'm not mad at him. If anything, I'm more upset with the front office and the coaches. So, if that's a sign of the things to come, just like I told y'all that story when I rode the mind bender that time, just hold on and close your eyes. If that's a sign of things to come, just hold on and close your eyes, man. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask the question. If you think we should make a trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like we should not make a trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, put a 2 in the chat. Let's go ahead and jump on in there. I'm jumping out there with no boots on. Let's go ahead and jump on out there. Man, that got like a aftertaste after it. That I don't know. I just never had no aftertaste like that before.
Is it a good taste or a bad one?
It's a taste that I've never experienced. It's weird. It's weird.
I like it.
We're gonna have to adopt Rose City so he can come drink the Mead with us and so he can see what it tastes like. Do the taste test.
Honey taste test.
Matter of fact, if y'all want to see me do some of the honey taste tests, go to my Instagram. I'm finna post that video and make sure that you go in there and check it out. I tasted like 20 different kinds of honeys?
I think it was like 10.
Like 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So make sure that at Big Low Kuntry, check us out on Instagram. So let me see here. Let me see what everybody's saying. If you feel like we should take Jimmy Garoppolo, make that trade for Jimmy Garoppolo, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like that's not the case, we should hold off on that. You feel like we should not make plans. Oh no. Put a 2 in the chat. ATLGA Faithful. AJ, what's going on, AJ? Much love to you, my brother. Will Amy. Dex in here. They all say 2. They vetoed it. Ghost Peppers. When Ghost Peppers speak, you gotta listen. He's always the voice of reason. He says 2. Rose City. Reese Cup. What's going on, Reese? He says 2. Coach Ronan. She threw her 2 cents in there. She said 2. Joshua Watts. He's the sore thumb in this situation. He says, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo might be the move. Wait a minute, Jamal. He says on as long as it's no more than a fourth. Okay. So I mean, I'm seeing a lot of different things. Falcons says too. If we traded for anybody, we should trade for Fletcher Cox. Somebody to replace Eddie Goldman who won't retire before training camp. Oh man. Coach Dre says, Coach, yes, Coach Beloved. I saw the video you put out, beloved. Oh man. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I think about this. John Brooks, he says he thinks we should get Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm gonna tell y'all, I think we should not go for Jimmy Garoppolo. What's my famous saying, guys? I know there's a few of them, but what's my famous saying? I say this all the time. Look, at the end of the day, football is just like life. What is that? What's the rest of it, Coach Ron?
I'm really enjoying this.
Oh, I see. I said, Coach Ronnie, what's the saying? Football just like life. She's talking about any given Sunday? Like, no. Football is just like life. You feeling good? Oh, okay. Be careful now. You just got a little bit. I'm all right. Oh, okay. Oh, you stole some of mine. Okay, that's what it is. All right. So football is just like life. The circumstances determine exactly where you would end up, right? Not any given Sunday. I say that almost every show. You were so busy watching what's the dude name? Marceau and everybody on the Real Housewives and everything. You would know. Anyway. Anyway, so football is just like life. Your circumstances determine exactly where you end up to a certain extent. So that being said, if you put Jimmy Garoppolo on the Atlanta Falcons, that's not going to work. Jimmy Garoppolo, he needs a good defense. He needs a running game. He needs an offensive line. He needs a really good coach. We don't have that.
I thought y'all like that coach.
We don't. I didn't say that.
I thought y'all love that coach.
I didn't say that Arthur Smith is a bad coach.
But you said he's not a really good coach.
I didn't say he wasn't a really good coach.
We don't have that.
I did. Well, whenever I said we don't have that, I wasn't saying that we don't have all. I was saying we don't have all of that. We still don't know what Arthur Smith is yet.
I know what he is.
Okay, what is he?
He needs to be traded.
Looks like you get kind of tipsy over there. All right, now. Let me put my cup over here before you try to steal some more of my mead.
Fired.
Cause Rhoda started to see the light, y'all. Y'all better be careful. But yeah, I agree with you. Brian and Tobias Bolden. I agree with y'all. I feel like it's one of those cases. Skylar Thomas. I feel like it's one of those cases where Jimmy Garoppolo would not be in the perfect situation. MacTown Mike, he also said too, it wouldn't benefit him, right? Think about this. You go from the New England Patriots, very well coached team, good defense. Everybody's at the right place at the right time. Then you go from that to the San Francisco 49ers, very good coach, good defense. Everybody's in the right place at the right time to, the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, if you just look at both of the circumstances, one is a 500 credit score, one is a 745. I mean, I'm not saying that the Atlanta Falcons wouldn't be able to get the car right now, but what I'm saying is that they would have to put down a little bit of a down payment. They also might have to reconsider which car they're getting. So instead of getting that Maserati, you might have to get that Nissan Sentra. There's nothing wrong with a Nissan Sentra. You know what I'm saying? But you got a little bit more buying power with that 745 credit score. So I mean, it definitely makes a difference. Jamal says, talk about favorite saying. You talk about Young Thundercat.
See? So many.
Oh man. Denise Green, what's going on? Denise says at least he did not retire at half. That's true. That's true. At least he ain't pull a what's the kid's name that retired at halftime for the Colts?
Andrew Luck.
No.
Oh.
No, Coach Ronnie.
Wait a minute. It was that black guy.
Oh, that narrows it down.
The Bucks.
No.
Antonio Brown.
No. I mean, well, yeah.
It
Yeah, well, he quit. He quit during the middle of the game. But so you talk about the dude from the Colts. Man, I
So
can't.
it's not Andrew Luck.
No,
Oh my God.
you just said the black guy. And you look at guy, no kind of black in him. Vonta Davis, yes.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Vonta Davis.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I know you don't. Put the bottle down. Ghost Pepper says he basically a slight better than Marcus Mariota in that he's solid, not amazing game manager type player with injury issues, not enough an upgrade to be worth whatever we pay him, and that's the thing. It's like I know a lot of people don't like your boy Jimmy Garoppolo, but I mean Jimmy Garoppolo took the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl, and I mean for all the people who talk about how great Matt Ryan is, I mean Jimmy Garoppolo did the same thing.
Did he or is the common denominator Shanahan?
I mean,
you take them all, both teams to the Super Bowl.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan was a huge contributing factor, but it's just like I say, the famous saying, it's all about the circumstances. Circumstances determine, they have a big contributing factor of what you're able to accomplish. It's just like life. So Matt Ryan, he got put with Kyle Shanahan. He went to the Super Bowl, blew the lead. Jimmy Garoppolo, he got put with Kyle Shanahan, went to the Super Bowl, blew the lead. Basically, what I'm saying is that Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm not knocking Jimmy Garoppolo. He's not a bad player. But what I'm saying is that he's not as good of, he's not going to just throw you to victories. Like he's not going to come out, be that gunslinger that throws for 422 yards, 5 touchdowns. I mean, he's not that guy. In the words of LeBron James, he's not him. I guess that's the new saying now. I'm him. You heard that, Coach Ron? Yeah, that's what people are saying now. They talk bad, be like, yeah, I'm him. That's me. So I sound funny saying it. I can't use that one.
You younger than LeBron James, so you should be able to.
I mean, I guess he's cooler than me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm him. I see it don't work. Pat says, Coach Ronnie said that with such conviction.
I still feel like I was right.
Oh, Reese Cuss says, Coach Lowe already caught up looking at big calves and big thighs. He wouldn't be able to handle porn star Jimmy Garoppolo on the Falcons. Oh man, look, man. Somebody said it on the last show. Big calves finish halves. Thick thighs save lives. Tyler Russell says Jimmy G is better than Marcus Mariota. We just aren't going to get him, and we don't have the money to pay his contract. Enough said. Yes, I mean, and look, it's one of those cases where we don't know. That's right. Dre Young boy, Big Low is him. That's all right. Okay, all right. So I got to do a third person. Okay, all right. Big Low is him. Okay, I got you. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so it's one of those cases where I don't think we're in the situation. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's the type of guy that will put somebody over the hump, right? So, I mean, I'm trying to think who is someone who would be able to take a Jimmy Garoppolo and that take them to the playoffs. Wait a minute. Molly Mall talking about big chest put you in distress. Like, what in the world? Oh, you doing your little Coach Ronan? She's over here dancing. Uh, you dance like Uncle JoJo. You just dancing. You just dancing. She done had too much mead, y'all. She done got drunk off the mead.
I'm gonna get a little more.
No, he ain't. Yeah, you good. Cause then you gonna be trying to
Put
talk.
one in the chat if I can get some more mead.
If you feel like Coach Ronan should get some more drink, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like she's had enough, put a 2 in the chat. See, because the thing is, I know what's gonna happen. She gonna be feeling good. She gonna be wanting to talk to me all night. I know what's gonna happen. Pat Spank said, "Big feet make knees weak." Jamal says, honestly, I forgot how much Jimmy gets paid. Other than that issue, I'm definitely want him as a backup because Marcus Mariota, he doesn't play a whole season. I mean, and that's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's like you got Marcus Mariota, and I think if the Falcons are seriously considering it, maybe they're not ready to put Desmond Ridder out there right now. But maybe they're thinking, well, look, if you got Jimmy Garoppolo, you got two guys who, pretty much run the same type of system. If one gets hurt, you still got another one. You still have another experienced quarterback back there that can still, try to man it and get through this season. Because I don't think they're necessarily thinking that Ridder's going to be the guy. Now maybe, look, who knows if he comes out in the preseason and just sets the world on fire. Ain't no telling what's going to happen. Ain't no telling what's going on. Let's get it. Much love to you, Bo. Now let's see what the votes is. Let's see what the votes are. AJ says 1. All right, so AJ says he thinks that you should pull up Coach Ronan. Brian Little, Molly Mall put 22 too. So and Dre Youngboy, they said no. They said it's time to shut it down. Coach Ronan vote don't count. AJ says 1 as long as you are, I guess that's are not driving. Okay. Pat Spank says pull up. Coach Dre says 2, shut it down. So it looks like more people saying to shut it down than to, keep letting it flow like Tony Braxton. Oh man, John Brooks says Jimmy G has the vet experience that Marcus Mariota doesn't have. Jimmy G has more game experience, and Ridder could learn from Jimmy G. I mean, yeah, I understand that. But, I mean, unless the 49ers are paying Jimmy Garoppolo's contract, it's one of those cases where I just don't see where it's beneficial. I legitimately don't. Coach Tyler Russell, he said go for it.
Jamal said, I'm going to whisper in your ear, hey, big head.
She whispered that anyway. She just be talking to herself, though. All right, so we're going into training camp. The rookies reporting to training camp. I've been hearing some good things. I've been hearing Tyler Algier. They're saying that the coaches really like him. I'm hearing things about Desmond Ridder. I'm hearing Arnold Ebiketie, Malone looking good as far as, the way they're moving around the field. Now, my question to everyone, who is everyone looking forward to seeing? I mean, whether or not you go to training camp and just in the preseason, who are you looking forward to seeing before the season starts? Me, myself, I'm really looking forward to seeing Troy Anderson. Big calves finish halves. Troy Anderson. I feel like it's one of those cases where the Falcons kind of went out on a limb and they're thinking that he's going to be that inside linebacker of the future. If Deion Jones isn't here next season. So I'm really thinking that I'm excited to see Troy Anderson's growth. I'm not really worried about if he can get there when it comes to making tackles and making plays. I'm just worried about if he can finish. Is he going to be able to get there, wrap up, and bring the guy down to the ground? That's what's most important. That's what's most important. You all right?
I'm agreeing.
Huh?
I'm agreeing.
Oh, you agreeing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wrap it up.
Right.
That's what I say.
Oh my goodness, y'all. My wife, boy, she. Oh Lord, have mercy.
Safe sex.
My mom says, "Big Low, you put on that Jodeci. Come and talk to me, ooh yeah." Oh man, Bubba Gump says T1000s. Oh man. Jamal D, he says, they say Algier is looking nice, you say. Music to my ears. I want a good running back again. Man, it's been so long. It's been so long. You know, if we get a running back that, could legit, because, and I think I know what you're doing, Jamal. I think you're trying to set this thing up for me to mention Mike Davis. For me to mention Mike Davis. I think that's what you're doing. Oh man, but I'm hoping that Algier could come in and do what he need to do. Mill says Marcus Mariota. Oh man, Jamal D says I'm looking forward to seeing Tyler Algier the most. Okay. John Brooks says, whatever is in Coach Roney's cup is in her cup. If you want to see her smiling, just be and she happy to see everybody. Hey man, Coach Roney, boy, she in there. JJ the Great says, I really want to see Drake London and AK in the preseason. Yeah, I can see that. Drake London, AK-47. I'm hearing good things about Arnold Ebiketie as well. Shouts out to my homeboy, Kevin Knight from the Falcoholic. I know last year we chilled out and had whenever we went to the first day of training camp, we were right there, man. We talked all day, man. He real cool people. Rose City says, looking forward to seeing Arthur Couch Ocular. Get that hate out your heart, Rose City. Hello. Mother Mom says Tyler, sinus allergy. Tylenol sinus allergy will get demolished by the Saints D. Okay. All right, Molly Mall. Keep that hate out your heart, man. Ramsey Ward says, what up, Big Low? If you and Coach Roney, Coach Roney giving you that look, you might want to shut down the string. Hey, boy. I might have to make some business decisions. But see, the thing is, though, let me tell you. So Coach Roney, she just started using the personal trainer. So they've been working out hard. So now, this is the first week, and that first week of working out, boy, man, you be sore. So now she walk around all sore. It's tough. And she come back from the refrigerator. What you got?
Keep telling all my business. Don't worry about what I got. What's in my cups? In my cup.
Oh, okay. I hear you. I hear you. Coach Wilder says, I'm looking to see how the offensive line is going to look before the next season start, and that's a big contributing factor, Coach Wilder. This offensive line is definitely going to be important. Ms. Mills says, I want to see Mariota for real this season. Yeah, thank you so much. Man, you got all of it. What in the world? I just asked her to pull me some. This is all she gave me.
That's all that's left.
But yeah, Tell Mata to get that hate out of his heart, man. Tell him to get that hate out of his heart. John Brooks says, whatever is Coach Roney cup, if you see it, is in her cup. She said, if you see her smiling, that means she's happy to see everybody. She's over here blowing the bottle, y'all. Like, what in the world?
Hey, wait, into the bottle.
She's over here blowing into the bottle. She's over here blowing into the bottle. man, shoot. False Star Falcons said, "Hey, coach, hit that Mike Davis."
Break my chair.
Oh man. JJ the Great says, when the last time we had 1,000-yard rusher? 2016, maybe? If I'm not mistaken, I believe we had one in 2017. If I'm not mistaken, that could be the case. That could be the case. Key says, anyone but Mariota under center and the Island Boys jumping ship. Oh man. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. But yeah, okay, yeah. The last one was Devontae Freeman. So yeah, I mean Tyler Algier. So if we want to see that type of production again, especially with Arthur Smith, everybody's talking about he's preaching run the ball. If we want to see that type of production, the offensive line, especially Jalen Mayfield, is important. And we need to see somebody step up in the running back room. I know Damian Williams, he's supposed to be like a third down back. Arthur Smith, he's admitted that they kind of burned Cordero Patterson out last year. Man, it's Quadriolison's time. If you don't get it done now, then I don't know. He might need to start working at Publix or something. Making some of them Mardi Gras wings. Because he ain't got he done had every opportunity in the book. He keeps getting re-signed, but he don't never get on the field. I think they need to give that young man a shot to see what he can do. Because whenever I watched him run the ball last year, that's how I wanted my running back to look. He's not the fastest, but he can make people miss. So that's what I mean. That's what I want. Look at Devontae Freeman. He wasn't the fastest guy out there, but he can make people miss in small spaces, and that's what you want. That's what you want for your running back. Coach Wilder says, "Okay, Coach Lowe, it was 2016 with Devontae Freeman, so we didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher in 2017. Matt was throwing the ball like it wasn't nobody's business." Molly Miles says, "Ain't nobody scared of Crayon Patterson." What? Come on, Bo. Y'all was scared of him last year. Whenever he caught that bomb, so we can kick that go-ahead field goal. Had them boys looking rough. Oh man, JJ the Great says Allison, he might be working at the used car dealership with Leonard Hankerson. Hold up, Leonard Hankerson working at a used car dealership now? Man, that's rough right there. Leonard, I can't catch nothing, Hankerson. Yeah, that was good right there, Coach Ron. Let me get some of yours.
Nah, I'm finishing it.
Oh, you finishing yours up? Oh, okay. I hear you. Coach Wilder says, Coach Lowe, Allison, he only played in one game when Cordero got injured. I mean, yeah, I know it now. I watched him in that game, and he looked good to me. Like he legitimately looked good to me. So I really want to know what he's going to look like this season, especially if this offensive line is, because I mean, let's be honest, guys. Maybe one of the reasons why our offensive line, why our running game wasn't as good, is because the same reason I was talking about with the defense last week. And while we're talking about that, while we're touching on the defense, maybe it's one of those cases where I might have to recant my previous statement about the Falcons having the top 10 defense, because apparently I thought Eddie Goldman was something. I thought he was something that he wasn't. So I might have to recant that statement. You know what? I'm going to stick with it. Huh?
You got a whole video about the top 10.
Yeah, I know it. I'm going to stick with it. Falcons top 10 defense.
Okay.
Timothy Horn. Okay. But yeah. So maybe it's one of those cases. It's the same thing with the defense. That Atlanta Falcons offense, that offensive line and running backs, they couldn't run the ball as well as they could have, because they knew they always had this guy back there called Matt Ryan, who could throw that first down or make that play whenever they needed to be made. Last year, Matt Ryan wasn't making a lot of those plays, and guess what? It was a rough season. It was a rough season. Uh, Billy Mills says, Coach, to be honest, I'm kind of iffy about Mariota. I hope this boy still got something in the tank, because if not, I know what to expect the rest of the season. I need this dude to show up. Yes, I agree with you, Coach. I agree with you, because you don't want to be a situation where you're throwing Desmond Ridder out there to the Wolves. You know, you don't want him to go out there naked with 2 stakes on his shoulders. That's rough. You can't do that. Pat Spade said, look, you got to keep that same energy, beloved. Okay. Coach Wallace said I need to stick to what I said. So I'm sticking with it, guys. I'm not changing the route. The Atlanta Falcons will have a top 10 defense next year. Remember, you heard it here first. Without Eddie Bronzman. Without Eddie Bronze, boy. Yes, the Atlanta Falcons will have a top 10 defense next year. Definitely. So, I mean, that's who I'm most eager to see, to be completely honest with you. I'm eager to see Troy Anderson, because and I was watching Pound for Pound show last night, and Toby, they made some good points. Toby was saying, hey man, in the second round, we passed on Travis Jones and Perry and Winfrey to get Troy Anderson. So I need Troy Anderson. Troy Anderson, he has to be the biggest surprise of this rookie class for this team to be successful for years to come. Because you passed on a Perrion Winfrey, I think, is a guy who could average 7-8 sacks per season easily. You know, you lost on to Travis Jones, who could have been your nose tackle, who he could have been the guy that was playing Eddie Goldman's position. So I'm just letting y'all know. And like I said, I didn't say this first. I'm not the one that acknowledged this first. This was Toby on Pound for Pound. Chilling out with old J.R. Clark and the Extra Point Podcast, boys. I'll make sure y'all check all of them out. But it's one of those cases where we passed up on some really, really good talent on the defensive line to get Troy Anderson. So, I mean, look, Bo, in the day, you got to show me the baby. Monty Ball said, Big Low, that beer getting to you. No way the Falcons defense is going top 10. Okay, look, I mean, I can show you better than I can tell you, Bo. Jameis Winston throw them 4 interceptions week 1. Don't be looking crazy. Look, I need y'all to do me a favor. If you feel like the Atlanta Falcons have a chance to have a top 10 defense in this 2022 season, and you need a way to express it, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. But yes, if you need to express it, make sure that you hit that like button.
If you don't think that, should you still hit the like button?
If you feel like the Atlanta Falcons are not going to be a top 10 defense in 2022, I think you should just so you could determine the difference between if you do like it or if you don't like it. If you don't think that is the case, you don't got to hit the like button. Just tap it gently. Oh man, Billy Mill says, "Hey, Lo, can you see an edge, Troy Anderson at edge sometimes?" Yes, I can. But the question is, does he have that kind of dog in him to play that edge? That's the question. I know that he's like in the 99 percentile as far as athletes. You know, he's a better athlete than some wide receivers. But the question is, if he does come off that edge of that outside linebacker spot, coming in the 7 and 9 technique, question is he going to be good enough and physical enough to, you know, to hand fight with these tackles? That's what's going to be important, and that's what I'm actually worried about with him playing inside linebacker. Like, is he going to be able to sift through this trash? Because yes, I know that he was the fastest guy on the field in college, but whenever you're the fastest guy on the field to a certain extent, you kind of depend on your speed a little bit too much, right? You don't take the right angles. You know, you get lazy, and then you want to see if you can actually hawk somebody down. And you ain't gonna have that. You ain't gonna have that opportunity to do that now. You're not. But yes, if he has the physicality to come off the edge, if he has the physicality to come off the edge, then yes, I could definitely see him being a very, very dangerous edge rusher. But Lonzo Carter, you know, and Arnold Ebiketie, I mean, those boys are gonna be I feel like they're gonna be doing a lot of work for us too. Jay Murphy says Jamal D pass up on them young Thundercat. Man, all them good young Thundercats out there. Man, there are a lot of good young hoppers that the Atlanta Falcons missed out on. JJ says seeing that 44 playing edge would be triggering. It make you have memories of old Vic Beasley. Grandizer says, Big Low, I didn't hear you call Troy Anderson a poor man's Brian Bosworth before the draft. No, I ain't call that man no poor man. Brian Bosworth. No, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Coach Wallace. I think that Troy Anderson, he's going to be backing up Evans at that Mike spot. And if he's good enough to do it, they might have him in that in those nickel packages. It could be Evans and Anderson. They're running things like that 4-2-5, which is what Dean Pease ran almost more than half the time last year. Those two linebackers on the field, I could definitely see that. Jamal D says, I'm still worried about our safeties, Coach. Look, man, at this point in time, look, I understand that you're worried, but just look at it as a possibility of something really, really good to happen. Because can't nothing be worse than last year, right? Last year, the safety situation was pretty rough. At least you got some young Thundercats back there that, you know, got the energy. They got a little bit more speed. And we're going to see if their instincts are right. If them instincts are right, then they good to go. What's up, babe? Huh? You going to go to the garage? Okay. All right. Yeah, so, yeah, it's one of those cases where.
You asked me. I was just scooting the chair back.
Okay, dramatically. All right.
So weird.
Okay, I'm making it okay. I got you. Oh man. Dre Murphy says Jamal with Eric Harris, but not Jalen Hawkins though. Man, boy, you know, I think old Jay Hawk and Richard Grant, I think they're gonna do some special things. And I still stick by what I said. I feel like what's going to be the most important aspect of this defense, taking it to the next level, especially since this defense is going to be built on confusion, blitzing from different angles and from different positions. Our safeties are our quarterbacks on defense, guys. It's not going to be our linebackers. Go back and watch the old tape. You know, every time Dean Pease coaches a defense, those safeties are back there telling every level of the defense what they need to be doing. And if that's going to be the case this time, look, we legitimately need to, you know, we got to have those safeties on point. So I'm hoping that Richie Grant's been doing his research. I'm hoping that he's a good communicator. I'm hoping that he could think on the fly and has fast processing speed and has good instincts. If he does, then we should be good to go. We should be good to go. Granddad said, Big Low, I sent you the top 10 Madden cornerback ratings. You agree with AJ Terrell at 10th? Or should he be higher or low? Man, AJ should be higher. But you know, you got to prove yourself, right? You got to prove yourself. So, you know, we'll see what all we can say is we'll see what happens this season and we'll see how it unfolds. And then at the end of 2022, we'll see where he ends up at. Because I can almost guarantee you he's going to be top 4. Easily. He's going to be top 4. Ghost Pepper says Anderson can at least focus on one position now. And if for some reason linebackers isn't his thing in the NFL, Lucky for him, he has the head coach that isn't afraid to try guys out at other positions. Yes, and that's true. That's true. Um, I know that Arthur Smith. He always talks about the positional flexibility, which is definitely very important. So if he could, if he could get that Mike linebacker rolled down, um, I could legitimately see him playing the will. But if he get that Mike linebacker rolled down, I mean, we'll see what happens next year with Rashard Evans because uh, if it's one of those cases where Rashard Evans, if he does ball out, he's gonna want big money. I know that we're gonna have big money, but are we gonna want to pay him big money? That depends on what he does this season. So, I mean, moving forward, I'm thinking that they're grooming him to be the starter next season. Kind of like what they did with Richie Grant this season. Like they groomed Richie Grant last season to be the starter this season. Definitely. Raul says, "Hey, you take crypto, bro? Hey, man, I take anything he would give to me." What you say, baby? Yeah, I take it. Hey, cash app it to me. I can tell you the crypto. Money sign Big Low Kuntry. Oh man. Granddaughter said he thinks that AJ Terrell should be number 7 or 8 or replace him with Gilmore. Man, nah, man. I think AJ Terrell is easily top 5. I think he's easily top 5. Definitely do. Raul says, I don't understand this hate between Carson Wentz. The Colts couldn't wait to get rid of him. He was 27. He had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. He played good football. Yeah. But apparently they said that the thing about Carson Wentz, they said that he didn't push the ball down the field enough. I mean, but did he really have to? Like, Jonathan Taylor was beasting. And, I mean, besides Michael Pittman, who was he throwing the ball to? Who is he taking shots to? Mo Alley Cox? Right? So, I mean, I know that the system that they got in Indianapolis right now is perfect for Matt Ryan. It's a lot more simplified. And, he's going to legitimately be able to just drop back and throw passes, which he hadn't had a chance to do in a very long time. Billy Mills says, Coach, we all know Evans can't cover, bro. He ain't ish, but a thumper. That's it. Yeah, we know he a thumper, but we're gonna see if he can actually cover. Definitely, man. Definitely. Because if it's one of those cases where it's like putting a paper towel on a king size mattress, he just can't cover. That is rough. Oh man. Man, shoot. Raul says, as a Falcons fan, I just want to know, how often do you think about 28-3? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really think about 28-3 that often. It's one of those things where it happened, and it definitely sucked, but we don't really think about it that often. We don't really think about it. You already know, man. Winning all day, every day, twice on game day. You already know. Molly Mom says Matt Ryan escaped an abusive relationship with the Falcons because he was getting beat up behind it. Oh, come on, Molly Mom. Get that hate out your heart, boy. Oh man, Dwayne pushing P. What's going on with you, my brother? Much love to you, fam. Much love to you. Definitely. Man, I definitely enjoy chopping it up with y'all, man. So we got training camp. Training camp has started, right? Now, if you are going to training camp, I need you to do me a favor. Send me an email. biglowkuntry@gmail.com. If you're going to training camp, send me an email. I'm trying to see how many people are going to be there. I'm gonna be there that first Saturday, right? So send me an email, and we're gonna try to uh chop it up, meet up with everybody, and I'm trying to get like a little section together where we could chop it up and have a good time. So if you're going to training camp, send me an email at biglowkuntry@gmail.com. So so you could let me know. So moving forward, we could plan to get up together, and maybe we could, like I said, I'm trying to get a little section together so we could watch it. We could chill out and watch it together. But if you're going to training camp that first Saturday, send me an email, biglowkuntry@gmail.com. I would definitely appreciate it. Dwayne P said, man, we 2 weeks. Man, Bo, I'm telling you something, man. It's like summer is my favorite season of the year. I don't like spring because I got like terrible allergies, but summer is my favorite season of the year, man. I don't really care how hot it is, but the thing I hate about summer is that it seems like football season is so close, but it's so far away. But man, we are legitimately in the short rows now, man. I'm definitely excited. I'm trying to make sure that we get all our tickets booked for these away games. I actually gonna have we got the tailgate connect. And I'm gonna be giving y'all some more information about that tailgate connection for these home games this season, not just Falcons games, but some UGA games as well. So y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, I'm definitely ready for it. Man, I can't wait for it to come back either, my brother. I can't wait. Molly Mall says, Big Low, bring some tissue with you. Because it's about to get ugly. Man, that's the thing. It's like whenever I whip up on them Saints, man, it's like, as sad as it is, I still don't cry. As sad as it is, I still don't cry, bro. Oh man. We're gonna hit on Jameis Winston. He gonna be doing that Usher falsetto challenge. But Rizzo Carter, he gonna hit James Winston. He gonna be like, oh, 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 oh. James is already awkward. Oh man, y'all are crazy, boy. Atlanta Falcons Atlanta GA Faithful. He says they made me order free tickets on Ticketmaster for training camp on the 30th. You wear it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. We went ahead and got our tickets. So if y'all are going to training camp, make sure that you get your tickets because they making you order. They make you order the tickets. They free. You ain't got to pay nothing for them, but they making you get them. Two of what's going on, my brother? What in the world, Bo? Raul says, is Matt Ryan the best quarterback in franchise history? Yes. Matt Ryan is the best quarterback in franchise history, and he has the best record. So, I think the most records. So I think he's the best quarterback, the best quarterback, and I would say player in franchise history. Man, Jamal says, Big Low, don't make me play that Usher meme. Watch this. Oh man, y'all are crazy, boy. Y'all are crazy. Well, look, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I know that it's a Friday night. Well, I'm sorry, it's a Thursday. I wish it was Friday night. It's a Thursday night. Before Friday. So, look, I do need y'all to make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit that like button. Raul said, "Show us your feet, man. What in the world? Show you my feet. What in the world, bro? I ain't gonna show you my feet, cause then, see, Raul, if I show you my feet, all y'all gonna be mad, cause you're gonna be like, man, what Big Low got some pretty feet. I'm gonna have to start going to get my feet done with my wife, so my feet could get pretty like Big Low. Cause yeah, they always talk about how pretty my feet is. Oh man. Oh man. Bill Mills says, "Hey man, I want to see that Sean James kid in that corner from the Canadian League." Yo, okay then, okay, yeah, definitely. It's gonna be interesting, man. Ghost Pepper says we're gonna hit James Winston so hard he's gonna be coughing up crab meat on the field. He's gonna be coughing up crab meat, bro. What in the world? Oh man, y'all are crazy, boy. Granddaughter says, ask Big Low if he's wearing pants before you ask to see his feet. Yeah, cause yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I ain't wearing pants right now. I ain't wearing no pants. You don't want to see me get up. My mom said, Big Low, if you have nail polish on your feet, I'm telling everybody. Now, see, I don't got the nail polish, but I do have the clear coat stuff. Yeah, I do have that. Make sure to protect my toes. Cause look, man, this is important. My coach taught me this a long time ago. He said, "Look, man, you protect your feet. Your feet, that's your foundation. You protect your feet." So ever since, well, no, I can't say ever since. I've been getting my my pedicures done with Coach Roney. After we got married. At first, it was taboo to me, but then whenever, I got my first pedicure and that lady started rubbing on my feet. Y'all know what I said? I said, hold on, let me try it again. Okay, that was better. The first time, like I was scratching on the chalkboard. Oh man. Look, man, I ain't finna hold y'all up, man. I appreciate everybody for coming on, chilling out with us. Much love to you. Y'all stay safe. Please don't do anything that I would do. Take care, man. What in the world, Bo?